guys, welcome back to my channel. Again, I've been missing a little while. Life has been a bit crazy behind the scenes. There's been some things going off and there's some things that I'm preparing for. So that could be upcoming in the near future, hopefully. I have already got some foundation on, but there's a lot of things that I want to test today. I've got some new bits from Arttitude Cosmetics and from Beauty Bay and from P. Louise. So let's dive in. I don't want to talk about my hair. I just don't want to talk about it. So ignoring that, like I say, I do have my base on. I've got my W7 HD foundation because I do have a little bit of fake tan on, and this is slightly too dark for me, so that's the one that I reach for in the summer usually. I haven't put my concealer on yet because I'm going to set it with some new powder. I have two of the new Arttitude Cosmetics powders. One was gifted to me in PR, the other one I bought myself, and I've got the shades Linen and Organza. I really like the packaging of this. It actually feels quite bougie and I'm excited to give it a go. I don't tend to buy a lot of powders, but actually when I saw this released I was like, I'm gonna need to buy one of those. Everything that I'm using in today's video should be linked down below if you are interested. So I've opened up the Organza shade and you do get the little poof inside and then we pull this, okay. Oh yeah, that's actually quite easy to pull open. I was thinking I was going to be struggling, and then if we take off the little hold. Just pause one moment. Oh, and another reason I didn't want to film and why my nails are looking really rough. Had a bit of an allergic reaction to my at-home gel polish. That was a whole thing. Thought I was going to lose all my nails. It was horrific. I've just put some normal nail polish on now that has chipped a little bit, but I'm just going to ignore that. Oh, okay, this is the purpley toned shade. So it does have like a little net inside, so not too much powder comes out. I do really like that. Is that actually focusing? It is! Yay! Stop looking at my nails. And I like the fact we can actually close the lid to make sure that no powder escapes. I do really like that. I do have quite a few colours in this powder. I am just going to open the other one as well. I've been told I should be using the purple one under my eyes, so I'm going to see how that goes, and then I'm hopefully going to use the other one on the rest of my face. Yeah, this one's called Linen and it's extremely light. I'm a little bit scared, but we're going to go through this little journey together. And also in PR from Arttitude, I did get the new shape of the powder puff spongy things. What are these called? Do you know what I mean? Those. So this is the new shape. It's got a point at both ends rather than just the top. I think I have the old one still, which I use all the time. This is the older shape and this is the newer shape. I really like the quality of the old one, and the new one feels exactly the same, good quality, it's just a different shade. So I'm just going to pop on my normal concealer, which is the Maybelline Superstay Activewear in shade something, number 10. It's been a little while since I've done a full face of makeup like this, so exciting times. Like I said, I didn't really want to film when my nails were nearly falling off and they were really painful and hurting me, so give me a little bit of grace for that one. Not to mention, it is super warm in this beauty room right now. I'm kind of melting a little bit. So the powder is going to help me. So, taking one of the new, what are these called? One of these. And I'm going to dip it into the little net of the purpley shade, which is Organza. And, whoa, that was a lot, Kerry. Let's just chill out. And we're going to pop this. Okay, I may have used quite a lot. I may or may not. Okay, I use more the normal amount on this side. We're going to ignore this eye, but I don't usually use that much powder under my eye on this side. But I mean, that's a good test. Less on this side, more on this side. We're testing things, we're testing. Oh, that is nice. That is brightening. Okay. This was the one I got in PR, the purple one. I wouldn't have normally purchased it for myself because it's purple and it's a bit scary. That is really nice. Let's just try and add a little bit more under this side. I really like that powder. Okay, with a lot of powders, especially under my wrinkly eyes, I can look like I'm in the Sahara within about 3 seconds of applying. That looks so much more natural than I was thinking it was going to be. I love that powder. Then before I powder the rest of my face with the other colour, I am going to use the Beauty Bay Make Face palette. I think there were two shades of this, a deeper one and a lighter one. Obviously I've gone for the lighter one, and this has got concealer, correcting shades, sculpting. There's a lot in this one little palette, which I thought was quite a good price. I can't actually remember off the top of my head. Like I say, everything should be linked down below. But we open it like a little book, and inside I've left the little things on because they tell you what each one is. And we do have a powder in this. Is it going to be as good as the Arttitude powder? Probably not. So we've got corrects and covers dullness, neutralises under eyes and brightens, conceals, a powder, bronzers, blush and a highlight. I don't typically use colour correctors, so I'm not too bothered about trying those, but I am definitely going to use the bronzer shades, the blush shades and the highlighter, so I'll just peely these off. I really do like that Beauty Bay is branching out into more stuff like this because they are so much more affordable than a lot of things that you can get like this. I mean, I know a lot of brands do this type of thing, but it's really nice that Beauty Bay are now following suit. Okay, I'm going to use a slightly smaller brush because I'm a little bit scared of these bronzer shades. I think I might go for, I don't know, because Cold Brew looks very cool toned, so I feel like that would be more of a contour. But the bronzery shades look a little bit warm. I'm not going to lie, they look a little bit... Should we start with Teak, which is, hold on, that one. That is very warm. I don't like bronzers to be too warm. I don't know. I'm going to go in the other one, the Cold Brew, that looks more like a contour shade because I like me a more cool tone bronzer. What can I say? Is that just me? That's a little bit better. Okay, I prefer Cold Brew for the bronzer shade. The others are just leaning a little bit too warm for my liking. But then is that looking a little bit muddy now? Choices. Maybe I'll mix the two. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I still prefer, cream bronzer wise, my Makeup Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer, is it called? I just think it is the best bronzer. It's so blendable and I love the colour of it. This one is, I mean, if you like the warmer tones of bronzer, I think you're going to love it. But I mean, the colour selection is not my favourite. However, the actual formula, it seems to go on nicely. It's not too pigmented straight away, which is good. It's more buildable and it seems okay formula wise. It's just, I don't know if I'm a fan of the colours. Okay, trying to use a blush. I feel like Peony looks really nice. It's the closest I'm going to get to sort of an orangey coral because my only other option is this pink, and it makes me a little bit sad that there's pink in this one and there's a nice orange blush in the deeper one, but obviously the other shades are going to be too deep for me, so it's a little bit annoying, but I'm going to try the Peony and see what that looks like. And it's got a little bit of shimmer in this one too, so it's going to be nice and glowy and illuminaty. Yeah, there's not a lot of actual pigment to this one, maybe unless you build it up, but there's a lot of sheen and shine. Ooh, wow. Okay, yeah, seeing that on the viewfinder, wow. I wish there was a little bit more pigment behind it, but maybe I just need to build it up a bit. I feel like you can see the pigment a little bit more on camera than I'm seeing in person. Interesting. But that is how we are looking. You see, I feel a little bit muddy under here. Maybe that's my fault for trying to use the cool toned one. Then I'm going to go into the highlighty shade, which is called Halo, which is this one here. Maybe I was trying to use that as a highlighter as well, but to me that is a better blush shade than this one. So I'm going to go into the highlight, not that I need to be any more glowy on my cheek, but it's called Halo. And at this point, let's just add some more, shall we? Oh yeah. Yep, that is like a halo. Okay, I will use this palette some more for concealer and the powder and all the other colour correcting things in an upcoming video, but first impressions on the things I've used, the bronzer slash contour, the blush and the highlight. I think the highlight and the blush are really nice. I wish the blush was a little bit more pigmented. The bronzer shade's not my favourite. Okay, let's go in with this linen powder. Let's just set everywhere that we look a little bit greasy at the moment. It is so finely milled and it looks absolutely stunning on the skin. Like, it's just as good as the purple one I used under my eye. Oh, that is blurring as well. Arttitude. This is a very good powder. I do have a code with Arttitude that is affiliated if you want to save some pennies when you're shopping on their site. I'm loving that powder. Do you know what as well? I haven't got powders with nets. You know, like the little net? Like I don't tend to buy them, and I'm absolutely loving it because I'm not getting powder all over my desk like I normally do. I am loving the way that that has set my face. And especially my under eyes with that purple shade of powder. Like, just ignore the bronzer, stop looking at the bronzer. But so far the powder is the best thing. Because I'm not absolutely loving the bronzer, I'm going to go in with my Ofra bronzer that is literally nearly all gone because I love it that much. It's the bronzer duo in River. It was the Samantha March collab. Look at this. I never hit pan on anything and just look at it. That is how much I love this bronzer. I actually do need to get another one. I do find this bronzer a little tad too dark for me though, so I do prefer to use it when I have got my summer foundation on that is a little bit darker, obviously, than my winter foundation. Now, I did get a new setting spray from P. Louise, and this is the, what is this? Babe, it's time to fix up. Fix up? Is it called fix? It's this one. I think I got it in a budget box. I'm not sure if it's available to purchase outside of the budget box, but is it a little bit shimmery or is it just milky? I can't really tell. We'll see when it hits my face. Let's see if it's got a good sprayer. Hold on. Oh, that sprayer is that is one of the best sprayers I have used, and it does feel a little bit milky. I don't think it's shimmery, I think it's just more of a milky consistency. I don't know if you're seeing this, what I mean, but that sprayer is so nice, especially with how warm it is in here. And for those of you that have been on my lives, you'll be pleased to now know I did charge my fan. I'm just going to do a little quick eyeshadow look before we dive into the other new bits. I do have a P. Louise mascara. I'm really excited to try it. I don't believe they've ever done a mascara before, as far as I'm aware. And I don't know if it's waterproof. Yes, tear-proof mascara. And I do believe it is in black. I think I got this in a budget box as well, but I'm sure that they'll be releasing this on the website if they haven't already. So I'm excited to try that, but before that I need some eyeshadow on, and I need some bright colourful eyeshadow because it feels tropical today, it feels hot and summery. So I'm going to dive in again to my Nomad Cosmetics palette. This is the Monte Verde palette. It is one of my favourites from the brand, and you can see why. Look at this colour story. It is stunning, so I'm just going to do a really quick look with this and then we can get into testing the mascara. And of course, as it's me, I am going to be using the greens. I do love this palette so much. It is vibrant and it's got a lot of green in it, which, if you didn't know, green is my favourite colour of eyeshadow. So I'm just going to start packing on the pigment. I'm not going to do a super intricate, complicated look because it's really not all about the eyeshadow in this video, but just kind of get it on rough like that to begin with. Then I'm going to go into the deeper green just to deepen up that outer corner a little bit. I forgot how pigmented that deep green was. I shouldn't forget because I absolutely love Nomad Cosmetics matte shades, but isn't this palette just delicious for summer if you love bright colours? Then I am going to pack on some of the really bright neon green. Green Vine Snake it's called. And just pack that toward the... Do I even need to tell you how much I love that shade? Oh. And I am just going to tickle that shade a little bit on the edges of what's already down. I wouldn't suggest starting with a neon bright green like this and then building on top of it with deeper colours because they don't really build so well when they're more neon-y. So if that is the usual way that you do your makeup, I would adjust it for a neon shade like this. I'm thinking a pop of something else on the lower lash line, and I don't know what. It could be this, which goes beautifully with that green, or it could be this, also cute, or it could be this. I feel like it's one of these two. I wish this was alive and you could tell me. Shall we go for the more orangey one, which is Passiflora? I think that's the one. And this won't necessarily blend into a green well because of colour theory, but I'm not really blending, I'm just going to kind of pack it on. And just sort of place it next to that green, those colours together. What a beauty. I know why I like these colours together now. I look like a watermelon. These are watermelon colours, which makes sense as to why it looks so nice and refreshing and summery. And I am just going to take a little bit of that deeper green just to wrap it around a little bit onto the lower lash line. Just a touch. Now it's time for shimmer, and I'm thinking this nice light green shimmer, Wildlife Wonderland, is just going to be beautiful. Wow. Don't really have a corally colour like this to put in my waterline. I think I only really have green, which is annoying because I feel like a coral would have looked cute. Is this going to look okay? It's too late now and we have no choice. This is the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in, is it Electric Daisy? It is. I'm not sure if they do this anymore because this is the older formulation, but this one does need built up quite a bit. Okay, that looks better than I thought it was going to look. Let's try the new mascara from P. Louise, the Tear Proof Mascara. I'm excited to see what this is like. I haven't seen anybody use it. I haven't watched anything about it. And I'm excited to see what the wand is going to look like because I'm quite picky when it comes to mascara and wands. And my lashes, my natural lashes aren't the best. That packaging's nice. Like it's a little OTT, just like P. Louise packaging usually is, but it actually feels not cheap. Okay, this is the type of wand I like. It is so small. Is it flexible? It's small and flexible. It is small and it is flexible. And if it's waterproof too and it elongates the lashes and separates, then we're on to a winner. It does look like it has longer bristles on one side compared to the other. Let me just do my YouTube hand movement. Can you see what I mean? Okay, it's definitely a separating wand, which I appreciate. Okay, with one coat on one side, this is the difference, and I absolutely love it. This could rival my Maybelline Sky High, because that is one of my favourite mascaras. And this is definitely lengthening and separating, and it goes on beautifully. The wand is just how I like it to be. If you like a bigger wand that's a little less flexible and you like it to be more volumizing rather than lengthening, I'm not sure if it's going to be your journey, but if you like similar mascaras to me like Sky High, this is a very good mascara on first impression. Of course, mascaras do change over time, especially when they dry up a little bit, but it's not usual that I open a mascara and like it as soon as I use it the first time, apart from Sky High. So let me do the other eye, stick on some lashes, and we'll come back and do a lip. Okay, lashes are on, we're looking very dramatic. I did use the P. Louise and Michaela lashes, some half lashes. I don't actually know which ones out of the three that they are, but that is what I'm wearing. I'm thinking of going for this lip. It's been a very long time since I've worn this lip. It's the Milani lip in Craze, and I've got the LA Girl lip liner in Coral, so let's put this on. I forgot how much I like this colour. And it feels so nice. It is kind of like a matte, but it's a soft matte, and it is just comfortable, pigmented, it dries beautifully. It's not fully transfer proof, but it is really nice. This used to be my favourite red because it's more of a corally red, and I remember why now. That goes beautifully with this watermelon look. Yes, it is very bright, it is very intense and dramatic, but that is how I like my makeup, so I'd say that is a win. The only thing I'm missing is a strong colour of blush, and I don't think I got that from the, where did I put it? This palette, I obviously will test it again, like I say. This shade probably would have shown up more than the shade that I did use, but there isn't a lot of pigment to this whatsoever. The highlight was nice. It was very highlighty, sort of a glistening wet look on the skin. And yeah, the bronzer shades they're not my favourite shades for bronzer. I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of my only safe to use red blush, which was from Colourpop and the Alice in Wonderland collection. This is called Silence, and it is a very nice shade for this look. Let me find a brush. I'll just add a touch of this just to incorporate. Okay, I forgot how pigmented this is. Help me. Okay, I think I needed a lot less than what I used, but you get the idea, you know what I mean? That looks more dramatic and vibrant and in your face. Okay, this is the completed look, guys. Please do let me know what you think down below. I really enjoyed diving back into one of my favourite Nomad palettes. Again, it's nice to get your makeup back out and not just let it sit on the side and keep buying the new. I definitely haven't bought a lot of eyeshadow palettes recently, and I'm enjoying going back into my collection. Such a good palette if you haven't already got it. It will be linked down below. So for the Beauty Bay palette, so far, I haven't tested it all. It is just a first impression, and from what I've used, I kind of give it like a 6 out of 10, and that's mainly for the formula rather than the shades chosen, because they're not my personal preference. But if you do like those shades, you might like it. I will of course use it some more and get back to you. The Arttitude Cosmetics stuff that I tried, the sponges, are we calling these sponges now? I don't know. And the powders, I am obsessed with these powders. I hate using that word and I think it's ridiculous. But I can't believe how nice this looks on the skin. Like, I do have a lot of fine lines, I have dry skin, but I still like to powder my face, and this doesn't make me look more aged by adding it, which, if you're in the same boat as me, that can be a winning combination. Really like the purple shade, the organza shade for under the eye. That was really nice and brightening, and I wouldn't usually pick a powder that was that colour. The linen shade was very, very light considering the foundation I'd chosen today, but it still went on beautifully. It didn't cause a problem with the colour that it was. There are quite a few shades on there if you want to have a look. I definitely recommend checking them out. First impressions of that powder, probably one of the best I've ever used. The mascara, super impressed with this on first impression. I hope it's going to keep impressing me every time that I use it. Like I say, once a mascara's open, you know, it dries up a little bit, and usually that's when it's my favourite, but this straight out of the gate was actually really good. I think the packaging feels like really nice quality. The type of brush that this is, the type of applicator, totally my favourite. Very similar to Sky High in that sense. I'm losing my voice now apparently. And waterproof as well. So I'm so glad that I got this in the budget box. I'm not sure if they're selling it individually as of yet. If they are, I will be linking it down below. If you've got this in a budget box and you haven't tried it yet, get it out and try it. I am a fan of this from first impression. I am quite busy behind the scenes, but I want to get back into more of a regular pattern of filming, so it's helpful when I know what you would like to see video-wise. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy this makeup look. I do feel like a watermelon girl today, which makes me very happy because it's super hot. I will leave down below my socials on my Linktree, as well as my Patreon and my YouTube membership. And I think that's about it for today, guys, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!